Cynthia. I'm here with you at Pulmonary Wellness. And the topic today is self-compassion and emotional self-care. As you probably know, much better than I do, with pulmonary health issues, it's not uncommon to feel fear when you can't breathe. I think Dr. Noah calls it the miserable SOB, and he can be pretty terrifying. On a personal note, I lost my brother this year. He had a number of severe conditions, including severe respiratory issues. And it was a gift to be with him and witness firsthand just how intense and gripping the emotion can be. So I wanted to share that with you to let you know that I'm sharing what I shared today, a practice to help you not feel so oppressed by those emotions. Sadness and grief are also emotions associated with the lung. When we don't honor and allow emotions to flow, they get stuck weighing down our spirit. So it's vitally important to take care of your emotions as well as your body. I'm going to share with you now a very simple 3-step practice. I recommend that you listen all the way through to the steps and the explanation, and then you can work with it. There are only 3 things to remember in the moment. Honor the emotion, feel it, and breathe. Step 1, honor the emotion. What does that mean? That means welcome the emotion and make space for it. Stop what you're doing, acknowledge what you're feeling, and give it your full attention without judging or struggling with it. And that may seem counterintuitive because what we often do is try to suppress or bury the emotion, to push it away. You actually want to turn toward the emotion. A really beautiful example of how to do this is offered by the beloved Vietnamese Buddhist monk, Thich Nhat Hanh. This is how he welcomes an emotion. He says, "Welcome, sadness. How are you today? I'm going to take really good care of you." Can you feel just how sweet and welcoming that is? Yeah, it's something to aspire to be that kind and friendly with yourself. Step 2, feel the emotion. You want to really feel into it to contact the aliveness of the emotional energy. See if you can describe the quality of the emotion and locate it in your body. For example, when I feel a little bit anxious, I feel a thready sensation in the center of my chest and in the solar plexus. So ask yourself, what does it feel like in the body? What does the energy of the emotion feel like? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it sharp? Is it dull? Does it have a color? Does it have a shape or a form? Get really curious. Step 3, breathe. It's so important to breathe when you're welcoming, honoring, making space, and feeling the emotion. The knee jerk is to constrict your breath, to bury the emotion. So you have to get very, very conscious about your breathing. Breathe in slowly and evenly while you're feeling. Stay with the breath, stay with the feeling, until the energy shifts, softens, or falls off. You can repeat this as often as needed, and that's it. It works. There is one thing to remember, something not to do. That is, don't give it to your head. Don't let your mind get a hold of what's going on. You don't want to go into story. For example, if someone cuts you off in traffic, that's over in an instant. But if you keep telling yourself, that person was a jerk, I can't believe they did that to me, and you share it with everyone else, and then you build on that. You say, that always happens to me, my life is so awful. That's not honoring, it's not welcoming the emotion. You also don't want to intellectualize the emotion. Don't rationalize it or minimize it. Emotions aren't rational, they're instinctual. And if you minimize it and say, oh, well, it's not so bad, and other people are suffering, and I'll live, again, you're creating a distance between you and what you're feeling. You're not welcoming it, you're not feeling into it. So those are the cautions. I hope that you'll use this practice. It only works if you practice it. And I know that it can be scary because with strong emotion, we feel like it's going to overtake us and we'll lose control. And that really isn't awful. Sometimes a good cry is just what you need to clear everything out. And just like a storm passing through, the skies are brighter afterwards. So I give this to you. I hope that you'll practice it. Thanks again for being with me. It was my pleasure to share this practice with you.